Ladies and gentlemen, this channel is powered by Prime Video. Use the link in the description to start your 30-day free trial now. Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? It's your boy Wwe here, and welcome to a Wrestlepalooza 2025 predictions video, bro. It's been a while since I've done this. I've been pretty ill recently, so without further ado, bro, I'm not gonna waste any time. Alright, let's do it, bro. By the way, from the last video that I did, if you didn't watch it, we talked about Seth Rollins. Now, one thing that I want to say is I'm sorry, okay? I want to do a formal apology to Seth Rollins. I want to do a formal apology to Becky Lynch, because y'all are killing it, bro. Y'all are killing it. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. But you know what? Let's truce. Let a truce be a truce. All right, let a truce be a truce. This is better than the 2019 version of y'all, okay? This is way better, actually. So I apologize, okay? Even my Ring doorbell said sorry. Okay, this is a way better version of y'all. Okay, let's not lie to ourselves. This is a way better version of you guys. So yes, I'm sorry that I doubted y'all. Okay, that I made y'all feel like you guys were edge and leader of this generation, a knockoff edge and leader, when you guys aren't. You guys are Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. So, you know, I gotta give respect where respect is due, bro. Dead ass. All right, so the matches that are confirmed so far, I'm just gonna go through them. Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer for the vacant women's championship. I'll be honest, I think that Io Sky will win. As I mean, I don't like the decision of Io Sky winning, because Io Sky just came off a world championship run and she lost to Naomi, and now she's winning it back again. Just, I don't know, maybe they're gonna run Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley again. I don't know, but either way, I do think Io Sky is gonna win. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley have great chemistry in the ring. I think Rhea Ripley's best matches come from Io Sky, in my opinion. So I think that Io Sky is going to be Stephanie Vaquer. I think what they might do is they'll probably do like a triple threat match between Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer, and Rhea Ripley. That would be pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. They'll probably run that at like Survivor Series or something. And yeah, honestly, I think that Io Sky is going to win. I think Io Sky wins the women's championship. It's unfortunate. It's also unfortunate that this didn't happen at Clash of Paris. I mean, I feel like this should have happened in Clash in Paris, as well as one more match, which I'm gonna get to. But yeah, in my opinion, Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer, Io Sky wins the championship, man. Io Sky becomes the new women's champion. That's my opinion. Let me know what y'all think, man. The Usos, Jay and Jimmy Uso versus The Vision, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker in a tag team match. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very, very bored of this. I already know what's gonna happen. LA Knight's gonna come out, cost Jay Uso the match, and then Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are gonna win. That is my opinion. I think that will actually happen too, because it's pretty predictable. I don't know why they would allow LA Knight in this position just for him not to interfere in this match. I feel like he will interfere in some way, shape, or form. So yes, I do think that Jay and Jimmy will lose. A lot of people are saying that this might lead to Jay turning heel. In my opinion, I don't know about that, because the Yeet is very popular. Okay, the Yeet is very popular. If Jay turns heel, that's like half of WWE's merch revenue going. Like, I don't think people would want to see that. I don't think people would like to see that, in my opinion. But if it does happen, it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. Like, honestly, in my opinion, though, I do think that Jay and Jimmy will lose this match due to an LA Knight interference. And I feel like Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker will win the match. I don't know where they're going with this, I'll be real. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are kind of branching out by themselves, and Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are branching out by themselves. So it's kind of weird where they're going with this, but yes, I do think that The Vision will win. All right, CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I didn't talk about AJ Lee returning. Honestly, probably one of the best returns of all time. Like, one of. Bro, it's been 10 years since this chick is gone, bro. You gotta understand something, all right? This is my childhood crush, all right? I have a story that I want to share about AJ Lee, all right? So I was in school. I was in school, very young age, around, I want to say, this was around 2011, 2012, so I don't know how old I would have been, but I was very young, okay? A very, very young, very, very impressionable kid. This other kid of mine, wait, what? This other kid of mine? This other student of mine? No, this other student, what am I on about? This other friend of mine went to a wrestling show that was in my hometown in Birmingham. Now, obviously, around this time, you don't get shows in the UK, okay? Shows in the UK were pretty rare back in like 2011, 2012, 2013. I was going to school. I didn't really have the time. We didn't really have the greatest financial situation at the time as well. So it was kind of hard for us to like make wrestling shows a thing to go to. You know what I'm saying? So my friend went to one, apparently. I still don't think I don't think he's telling the truth. And basically, he went to a wrestling show. He went to one in Birmingham. Apparently, he sat in the front row, and he touched AJ Lee. And he said, yeah, and he came to school the next day and said, yeah, man, I went to the Birmingham show, and I touched AJ Lee. And obviously, as, you know, a kid that's growing up, you know, a kid that's rising through the ranks, a kid that's like, you know, getting there in life, you know what I'm saying? I looked at him and I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool, you know what I mean? And then he showed us the hand that he used to touch AJ Lee with. And I looked at that hand and I said, hey, let me dap you up real quick. So I dapped him and I smelt my own hand, bro. Yep. I'm ashamed to say it, but that's on the internet now. That's my digital footprint. Yeah, bro, like I smelt my own hand. I did. After that dap, I smelt my own hand, man. And that's the gooning levels that we were at back in the day. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding about the story. The story is kind of true. But basically, so obviously now you know how big of an AJ fan I am. And yeah, CM Punk and AJ Lee versus other ones of Becky Lynch. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'll keep it a stack. I think CM Punk and AJ Lee are gonna win. I think that this is gonna be a very lopsided win, in my opinion. I think AJ Lee will pin Becky Lynch. That is gonna happen. Okay, CM Punk isn't gonna pin Rollins, so let's be honest, because it just doesn't really make sense for Rollins to lose. I feel like AJ has been gone for so long to the point where she kind of needs a pinfall win. So yeah, I do think CM Punk and AJ will win. Yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. All right, we got Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. This is the other match that I wanted at Clash in Paris. They didn't. They moved it over here. I think because maybe they had plans that like this card was going to be pretty low, because I'll be honest, this is a 5-match card. This isn't that like stacked as it is, but it's a pretty stacked card. I'm not going to lie. Like it's a pretty stacked card with less matches. Basically, it's not a stacked card with more matches, which it could have easily been, but hey, it is what it is. Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the United States Championship, for the undisputed WWE Championship. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been following the story. I kind of forgot Cody Rhodes was champion until he returned, like on that Friday night SmackDown, and challenged Drew McIntyre to this match. I'm gonna be honest, I want Drew McIntyre to win. I really do. I really want Drew McIntyre to win, but he's not winning. Let's be honest. Cody Rhodes is gonna hold that championship until WrestleMania, and he'll probably drop it to someone like CM Punk. I don't know. But yeah, I do think that Cody Rhodes is going to hold the championship until WrestleMania. So yeah, Cody's going to win. And finally, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. This is the last match that I'm getting to. Apparently in Wikipedia, this is the 5th and final match. I don't know if that's the main event or what it is. I don't believe that should be the main event. Anyway, this part of the retirement tour is probably the worst part of the retirement tour, in my opinion at least. This man only has 6 appearances left. This is one of them. Cool. Brock Lesnar is back, cool, but I don't really care about this feud. I don't really care about the match or the feud at all. So in that position, I think that Brock Lesnar is going to beat John Cena. I think Brock Lesnar is going to beat John Cena. If you've seen Cena's remaining days, he doesn't come back to WWE until Survivor Series. So I feel like what Brock Lesnar will do is he's going to suplex City him the entire match. I think it's going to be very boring. I'm not going to lie. I don't think it'll be fun at all, especially for people that like John Cena, especially for people that support John Cena. I don't think it will be fun at all. So this is one of the only matches that John Cena is going to lose in his retirement tour. I'm not going to lie. I'm very upset by it, but hey, it is what it is. That's what WWE likes to do. Unless they can swerve us, unless they can say, yo, like, we think that John Cena should win, then fair enough. Yeah, apart from that, that is it for this Wrestlepalooza predictions video. Obviously, there are some matches that aren't announced yet that will probably be announced later on. But let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces, ooses, yeet. See, even I do the yeet, but like the yeet's boring, bro. Like, I don't like doing that shit. All right, give me another outro recommendation. All right, in a bit, bro. I'm ill as fuck. Okay, let's go. Deuces.